What is going on, Jet fans? Matt O'Leary back with another video. Today I want to get into the New York Jets' first day of OTAs. Aaron Rodgers, Garrett Wilson are back. The crew is back together. These are the things you absolutely love to see. I am excited. Yes, we understand they're playing in shorts and sweatpants and a helmet, and they're just going through the motions a little bit, but we are inching just that much closer to the beginning of the 2024 season, and I, for one, am ready to go. Guys, this is an urgent public service announcement. Think you've mastered the look in sweatpants and joggers? You're one step away from pajamas in public. Your significant other said you look like a slop. Well, I got the jeans for you. If you take anything from our show today, it's that the perfect jean isn't just another pair of stiff, uncomfortable, and nut-crushing pants. They've cracked the code to solving all your denim difficulties. The perfect jean makes great-looking, perfect-fitting jeans that are as comfortable as sweatpants and more stretchy than a kangaroo's pouch. It's made from a special denim fabric that's super soft, just like your sweatpants or joggers, but they don't make you look like an absolute slob. The best part of it all is they make 6 different fits, from skinny all the way up to thick. Waist sizes 26 to 50 and lengths 26 to 38. So whether you're just a big burly man, a short king, or anything in between, they perfectly fit your body and accentuate your assets. Yeah, that's a pun intended. Trust us when we say these are truly effing perfect jeans. Once you try them on, you'll never go back. Spoiler alert, I am rocking the pair when I go out to my dinner reservation tonight, by the way. I'm rocking the perfect jean pair. And for a limited time, our listeners get 15% off their first order plus free shipping at theperfectjean.nyc, or Google the perfect jean and use my code O'Leary15 for 15% off. Get yourself a nice pair of jeans today. Yes, you're going to make fun for OTAs being back and me being excited. I understand, but we got a slow motion video of Aaron Rodgers hitting Garrett Wilson across the middle of the field. A little no look in a way, or try to make it look like you're going a different direction. A little sidearm action over the middle of the field. How about 170 targets for Garrett Wilson this year? I don't know, about a $110 catches, 1,500 yards, 15 touchdowns. How does that sound for the Aaron Rodgers and Garrett Wilson connection? Am I a little over my skis right now? Probably. Maybe we might have to reel that in a touch. But moral of the story is we were so excited for the Aaron Rodgers and Garrett Wilson connection last year, and that was unfortunately robbed of us 4 plays into the 2023 season. All off season, we got the videos, we got the slow-mo videos. They played one drive in the preseason. They marched right down the field, and guess who caught the touchdown? Garrett Wilson. Aaron Rodgers loves honing in on his number one target. He did it with Devontae Adams in Green Bay. He did it when Jordy Nelson was there, the whole thing. Yes, it's good to have a bunch of, variety and have different options, especially if, God forbid, knock on wood, don't want to, put anything out there. But if Garrett Wilson has to miss time, you want to have guys who are reliable to come in after. But this is what you bring Aaron Rodgers here for. In 2022, the Jets watched their awesome rookie class get held back by absolutely abysmal quarterback play. They saw that Zach Wilson through 2 years was not looking like the answer, and they didn't want to waste the rookie contracts of Garrett Wilson, Breece Hall, Elijah Vera Tucker, Sauce Gardner, Jermaine Johnson. You go right on and down the list of really talented young players on this team, and to me, that was the biggest, they saw what they had and said, wow, if you just have a quarterback who can come in and function in an offense, this team could be really good. And we didn't get to see that opportunity in 2023. It was one drive. They didn't even complete the first drive. You can't make that up. But don't let anyone, if you're a Jets fan and you're watching this, or if you saw the video today online of the slow motion catch, don't let someone make fun of you for getting excited about that. I understand. We all get it. Everyone understands that it's a throw in shorts with no pads, the whole thing. But Aaron Rodgers was the prince that was promised last year, and he was gone in the blink of an eye. And from getting all excited about having the opportunity to watch Aaron, you were right back to where you were 9 months prior, 10 months prior, when you were forced to sit through and stomach Zach Wilson or Mike White or Joe Flacco starting football games for your favorite team. You're allowed to be excited about a guy who's going to be in the Hall of Fame one day being under center for your favorite football team. It is absolutely okay to get excited about it, and I am excited about it. The one thing that is a legitimate thing to watch, and you might be going like, well, the reporters weren't even there at OTAs today. What is your takeaway from today? Is injuries can happen. So, like, I know we just talked about, we don't want to see another injury with, Aaron Rodgers, Garrett Wilson, the whole thing. But last year during the offseason, we did see two kind of big, well, one was significantly bigger than the other, but it was during the OTAs last year that Aaron Rodgers hurt the ankle, and he didn't miss much time, thankfully, but that was at least at that time he didn't miss much time. But that was something that happened where he's kind of walking around gingerly, and the videos were going out, and everyone was reacting and like, oh my God, here we go. They didn't even make it to a game. Irony, right? I guess at that point, but that was something that happened literally a year ago. And then in early June last year, the Jets lost Chuck Clark to a torn ACL, which was a bummer because I was so excited about Chuck Clark last year. I was like, genuinely, with that trade, the Jets flipped a 7th round pick for a starting caliber safety. And I was like, okay, beautiful. Chuck Clark, put him in there with Jordan Whitehead. That's a really nice safety duo. And unfortunately, he goes down. And it was Jordan Whitehead and Tony Adams. And that safety duo was okay. They held their own, but the inconsistencies of Jordan Whitehead with the missed tackles and the number of touchdowns that he gave up last year, he got very frustrating at times. Thankfully, he made, he combated it a little bit with the interceptions, which was good. In the game 1 of the season, he was stellar with 3 picks, but the consistency isn't there. And moral of the story, I think Chuck Clark, assuming health, coming off this injury, is going to be a much, much, much more consistent safety at the strong safety spot. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited to get Chuck Clark back as well, but that's something you want to see, is everyone kind of get through the off-season training activity, like all the off-season programs, get through it with real health. I'm a nut because I went back through that video and was watching, like, okay, who was on the offensive line taking the snaps? And it was Joe Tippmann, and Wes Schweitzer was next to him. And I'm like, oh, well, what does that mean? And well, a few things. One, Elijah Vera Tucker is still recovering from his injury, so no need to rush him back out there. But I'm very curious to see, in particular, Elijah Vera Tucker, is a younger guy, and there's going to be a plan in place there. But for the 2 tackles that the Jets brought in at 33 years old, in Morgan Moses and Tyron Smith, that is what I'm really curious about. And that is a note that I think is worthwhile to keep a close eye on, is what kind of program are both those guys on? For Tyron Smith, we might see something a little bit similar to what Dwayne Brown was last year. He had you can count on one hand how many training camp practices Dwayne Brown had before he was tossed in there to start at left tackle. Hopefully there's a little bit more timing and consistency there, but he's going to be on a regimen. And for Morgan Moses, again, torn pectoral muscle. He missed 3 games last year. Normally an Ironman, not crazy concerned with him, but again, these are 2 guys who are now entering their mid-30s at a very difficult position to play, where you're going to get hit and beat up on every single play. Do offensive linemen last long? Sometimes you get the offensive linemen who play into their late 30s, and it just works out that way. But it's a very physically demanding position, and the Jets also have some young tackles in Olu Fashanu and Carter Warren who maybe could use these reps a little bit more than those vets. So I would expect to see both of those guys get us some significant run here. Anyway, that's going to do it for me in this video. Let me know what you were looking for at OTAs this year, things to watch. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Matt. I'll catch you guys next time.